Welcome to GREEDWATCH2018.
Yay!
A Kamen Rider. Oh, it's a recap podcast. I don't know why we're yelling.
Lucky number 15. We did it.
I'm not yelling.
I mean, it's the middle of a two-parter. It looks like
lucky 15. Where that means there's only like 10 more episodes left, right?
If by 10 you mean 30.
We've got 10 till halfway.
Oh no, my sack.
Why is your sack?
I should really get that looked at.
What are you doing?
I know.
How do you podcast?
Like this. like the way I have over the course of the last 14 weeks. 15 now. Hi everyone. It's fine.
Oh gosh. Anyways, that one's Josh A. Kagan.
Hello.
And the other one is Adam Wasserman.
Howdy.
And this is episode 15 for sure. Definitely. Yes.
Struggle for the medals. Transport truck container.
So we start off at Kogami Corp. Dr. Mackey is talking to a very sassy doll in a chair.
Is it sassier this week?
I don't know. I feel like the way it's got its eyes rolled up constantly is just like it had its arms crossed. So it kind of had a lean going. I don't know. I felt it was sassy.
It's like a little tiny Simon Cowell and a little tiny American Idol. Just listening to a real terrible audition and not having it.
Well, because Maki's great idea is to put all of the medals in one. He says entity, I think, but we know he means person.
Yeah,
I think our translation said container.
It did.
Oh,
which makes him sound even more like the serial killer that we all know he is.
Hello, containers. How's it going, fellow containers?
Hi, I'm definitely a human just like you. I mean, container. What are we if not containers, though, guys? Just that happen to be made of meat and contain bones.
Well, we're a tube.
Yeah, we're a poop tube.
Stuff goes in, it just goes through the tube.
Everything else is ballast.
Structure, I guess, yeah.
But it is contained. Like, you don't poop out your heart. You shouldn't anyways.
That's true. I don't poop out my heart.
Aha, I can finally use my red-hot American public school system education.
It's still more like a tube, though, than a container. Like, a container should have, like, a top and bottom, and our tops and bottoms are basically open.
I mean...
But why don't we poop out our heart, Adam?
I'm just saying some stuff stays, some stuff doesn't.
It's like if you took a straw and, like, shoved it through, like, some plasticine, like, and then you drank through it. You're not going to drink the plasticine.
Do not drink through a human.
Now you tell me.
Well, look, now that they've banned straws here in California, I got to drink through something.
What? They didn't even give you the paper straws?
They banned plastic straws, which you can still get if you ask very nice, because people occasionally need straws. And they also have paper ones, and some fancy place. Why I had a Bloody Mary yesterday at brunch that served me with a nice little metal straw.
Ooh.
Left over from cocaine 1970s, I assume.
Yes. You could buy a metal straw and just carry it with you. I
have friends who do that, and because they will not hear this podcast, I would like to say for the record, that's the dorkiest shit ever. And I don't care if you think it's like Dumbo's feather can make him fly, or Lisa's rock that can keep away tigers. I hope that people who carry around metal straws think they are saving the environment, but what they are merely doing is giving themselves another thing to clean.
Josh, you say that's the dorkiest thing ever, but Corey and I have a friend who used to, and possibly still does, carry around his own chopsticks.
Yep.
Oh, see, that's cool.
How is that cool and the straw is not?
Because I'm capricious.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I was going to put carrying your own straw in the same territory as carrying your own personal hot sauce.
Ooh, yeah,
oh, no,
okay.
No, that's cool too.
Really? Having a little Tabasco holster?
Motherfucking Beyonce does it.
Josh just hates straws.
She does have hot sauce in her bag.
She does.
He's ableist.
She said it in a song. I hate what?
I'm just slandering you.
I like straws. I just don't. I think we've got a lot more problems than straws, everyone. And
Sounds like Josh is in the pocket of Big Straw.
Sounds like Josh is making a straw man argument.
oh, this is so stupid.
If anyone's a straw man here, it's Josh.
It's true.
That's right.
Having you two decry me and call me a straw man is, it's something I've wanted more than anything else. I would even say it's something that I want for Christmas, and it's a good thing because it's Christmas time.
Localized entirely in Couscousier.
Merry Couscousier, everybody. Yeah, it's impossible to tell because I don't know when this aired, although I suppose I could have bothered to look it up, if it was actually Christmas time when this episode aired, or if it was just...
Absolutely.
Oh, it was? Oh, great.
100%.
It could just be Christmas time in the Couscousier's head, but it is not. It is a holly jolly Christmas. Our favorite underpants hobo and the owner of the Couscousier are decorating a big old tree, but then there's some uncomfortable conversation where there's the little matter of Ank's tab.
23,625 yen. He has eaten more than $200 of ice pops.
What I like is the owner basically says, this is awkward, but it's part of a good relationship. And she's right.
She is right.
Because otherwise resentments will build up.
I like that there's never any discussion of like, hey, are you guys paying rent or whatever? No, it's all about the ice pops.
No handouts on ice pops.
No.
I mean, she's already giving them, as far as I know, free room and possibly board.
Meanwhile, in the free room and possibly board, Ankh is sitting there on his iPad, spying on Kogami, with the very nondescript hawk can carrying a grasshopper.
To be fair, Kogami totally has it coming.
Has what? Has being very obviously spy. Oh yeah, but it's not spying as much as it is very obviously looking.
It's true.
Spying would make one think that there's some subterfuge involved, when in fact, like, all that the hawk and grasshopper are missing are like Groucho Marx noses.
Right.
And each one of them carrying a sign saying, "We're not here."
Listen, as long as nobody looks out the window.
They're brightly colored, they have blinky lights, they make their noises constantly.
As long as nobody looks out the window, the perfect spy. We're completely invisible unless you happen to look.
Exactly.
But Kugami's like, hey, Dr. Maki's got this plan. He needs every single one of our core metals. I'm sure this can't be for an evil reason. Anyways, Goto, hop 2. Let's do this.
Take your ride vendor squadron out and escort this transport.
They must have gone on a hiring spree recently.
To replace the dead ones?
Yeah, to replace the ones from the first episode.
I want to see that. I want to see what the interview process is for Kugami Corp. How do you feel about cake? Do you like coins? Do you understand that at some point a monster might kill you?
I don't even think getting like a valid driver's license is part of it, because I bet you like Ankh and Eiji don't have that.
And every time you answer a question, regardless of whether he's happy or sad, Kogami like just shouts at you. It's really hard to read the room.
Kugami, by the way, another week in a row. I know last week it was a bright yellow jacket, but I thought it was an understated bright yellow jacket. This week, kind of a nice blue plaid. Very chill.
True.
I feel like maybe he's getting a little more serious. Like he understands that there's a lot more at stake than just cakes and coins. Things are building to something, and he wants to have the appropriate gravitas. Satonaka, on the other hand, back to her bright pink clueless wear. What was the point of her going on vacation for 2 weeks? Nothing, right? Literally nothing? Like nothing happened?
So Goto could have some character development.
Well, he didn't. It didn't happen. He never has any. No.
Listen, Kogami tried his best to give Goto some character development, and Goto refused.
And he's going to try again this week when he's like, yeah, go take these coins because that will make your desire go away.
And we might as well throw in this red core metal because Maki gets whatever he wants.
Absolutely. Nothing dangerous or weird about this. We got it. Don't even ask. It's my company. He works for me. But if he needs all of these highly dangerous cell metals that monsters want and will kill to get, yeah, we got to do it.
It's a good opportunity for Goto to suck up to him, though.
It is. And he does.
Meanwhile, Ankh is like, my core metal, oh my god, zoom. And I gotta say, like, the resolution on those those grasshopper cans is real good.
And then we're into the opening credits where everybody is somehow in the Smooth Criminal video for some reason.
Yes, once again, promotional footage for a movie we're not going to watch. You may be interested to know that a lot of the stuff that you don't recognize in the opening credits is literally from a different show.
Why?
It's a crossover between last year and this year.
Okay.
The same thing will happen later where you'll see stuff from next year, but this year.
Imagine like if every year American Horror Story put out a movie that was like a crossover between the previous year and the current year American Horror Story. I don't know.
Why American Horror Story? That's...
Of all things.
I know you watch it. And I know it has a different plot every season. Okay, fine. True Detective. I don't know.
Chopped. What about Chopped? That's imagine if Chopped had different
No,
snacks.
that's
Okay,
not...
so take Iron Chef. But then there's also Iron Chef America.
What if there was a movie for the Great British Bake Off where the winners from the previous 2 seasons like had their own Bake Off?
You guys know that Sue and Mel are getting their own series, right?
What?
This is very exciting. Hey, everyone. Good news. I've turned this into a Great British Bake Off podcast. Hi, welcome.
I feel like I did it.
Welcome to Cake Watch. Oh, no. Fuck. It's still the same.
And we're back.
Very briefly, Sue and Mel are going to play normal friends who decide or somehow become hitmen.
Oh, great. I want to watch it.
Amazing.
And they're going to do murders.
Oh,
Yeah.
they are not qualified.
No, they're not. And I'm very excited about that.
On a slightly related note, I want to see Kogami on the Great British Bake Off.
Well, I
feel like we covered this before.
Well, we definitely talked about not Great British Bake Off. We definitely talked about Kugami and Chairman Kaga definitely being cut from the same cloth.
Right. Yeah.
I would watch the TV series where the two of them were hitmen, or just like hung out and played backgammon, or just the version of My Dinner with Andre with the two of them where they just eat cakes.
Sold.
Have you ever watched the before Chairman Kaga was Chairman Kaga? He was a pretty big musical star in Japan, and so there's footage of him online as like Jean Valjean and shit. And it is
No way.
And
He is made for that.
It is great. Anyway, you count the medals 1, 2, 3. You see some stuff from some things I'm never gonna watch. We go back to the couscous. Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody! But oh no, Hina's not. Where's the Hina?
And then, where's AG?
Ankh has dragged AG outside to tell him that his core medal has been spotted.
But also, we get to see Kogami's Vans, which have, I guess, the Kogami Corp logo on it, which is, I guess, like a red duck heart thing?
It looks like a dick.
Oh, it looks like a duck with a heart around it to me.
Well,
sure.
It's only the difference of one vowel, really.
So, Ankh's brilliant plan is to raid the convoy for all of those precious metals.
We're gonna raid this convoy.
But AG doesn't want to. He doesn't want to steal.
prefecture.
He's a good boy.
He is. But then our old buddy Kazari slimes up. Looking all
human-like,
looking all
and
human-like.
unrecognizable.
Not human and they don't know who he is, and they're just like, "What are you one of those like SoundCloud rappers? What's happening? Are you gonna rap about pills? What's going on, my very blonde-haired friend?" Kazari would look good with some face tats.
I disagree.
Or what about like a neck tat that just says like pride or greed or something?
No, knuckle tats. I could see knuckle tats.
He just generally looks like he could use some tats. But he doesn't. And he's like, bet you guys are wondering where Hina is, huh?
Oh, by the way, I'm Kazari.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, Alec Kazari. It's me.
Oh. All right.
Hina's in a van.
You're like, no, she's not. I don't believe you. Have you seen her today? I gotta go.
So AG takes off to do some quick detective work. And Kazari and Ankh are like, they just say greed stuff to each other.
Kazari's just basically like, you're gonna go and do this no matter what I say, because you want your medal, so just do it already.
AG runs off to the school to talk to some of Hina's friends, and constantly it's cutting back to Hina being unconscious in this van to confirm for us that, she's in a van and AG's just being useless.
Super useless. Goes to the school, then he just stands in front of her apartment building and is like, she's not here in front of her apartment building where usually she stands whistling at sailors or whatever. I don't know.
Guess I better throw myself in front of a car.
Yep. So he goes to the Kugami headquarters and stands in front of the convoy and says, "Hey, Goto, where's Hina?" And Goto opens up the van, and she's not in there. And they don't look any further.
Yep.
They did just a quick visual survey of the van, and they're like, "Well, she's not there." And we know this for a fact. We looked for 2 seconds.
And Goto's like, look, dude, I would not like be okay with like tying up a woman and sticking her in a van. Like, who do you think I am? I would totally quit over that. Stop being an idiot. And he's just like, okay, well, can I follow you? And he's like, do whatever you want. I don't even care.
Corey, I'm curious what your translation said, because exasperatedly in mine and Adam's, Goto says something like, you don't call it tailing or something.
Yes. He asks if he can tail the transport, and it's not called tailing if the people know you're there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe Goto's at least chilled a bit out as far as Eiji's concerned, because he doesn't, try to shoot him or anything. He just sort of like sighs and accepts that, Eiji's going to do what Eiji's going to do.
No, Goto's like a competent human in this episode, and later on actually gets to like use one of his firearms, and it serves a purpose and isn't stupid. So maybe you know what? I think our little Goto is growing up.
So, where do you guys figure Maki's lab is vis-a-vis like the Kogami headquarters? Because apparently it's out in the middle of nowhere, like in the
I
boonies.
thought it was in the basement.
Same.
I assumed it was like in a different building, but not like, out in like the suburbs or whatever.
There was that time that the Kogami delivered a cake out to the bio lab or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was at least you had to drive. Like maybe he's just lurking in the car park sometimes for fun.
Yeah.
I want to know nothing about the things that Dr. Maki thinks is fun. Because I think they all involve like my puppet needs new skin. Like, and then and horrors.
He probably just hangs out on like the BJD Reddit or something.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Blow job daily? Oh,
no, ball joint
okay.
Ball. What?
Okay. Could have been anything.
Could have been anything. It was a test and you both failed.
And now I'll never know. That's fine.
Sorry.
So there's a convoy, and Eiji is following the convoy, and then we see Ankh, and Ankh follows Eiji following the convoy, and it's a good old fashioned follow party. And then they get to a bridge, and nothing good happens on bridges on this show generally. So it's time for a fight.
Uva and Mazul are just standing on the bridge, and like Goto looks away for a moment, looks back. Oh man, the bridge is blocked. Couldn't have seen that half an hour ago.
Yep.
Good thing we drove over this one-lane bridge.
So all the shooting guys get out of the car, and they try and shoot the monsters, but their weapons are useless against them, and they get zapped real good. And it's time for everybody out there to start polishing up your resumes, because there's going to be another hiring boom at Kugami Incorporated. Hope you like cake.
Yeah, Ankh catches up to Eiji, gives him some medals. Eiji transforms, goes to do some fighting. Ankh does nothing suspicious to the back of the van.
Yep. But good news, in all the kerfuffle, Hina wakes up, and she's in a super secret compartment. So secret that nobody at Kugami knew about it.
And then she remembers. She's like, oh, that creepy guy kidnapped me. I totally remember being kidnapped.
And then she tries to escape, and then gets knocked out again. Congratulations. It's not a great episode for Hina.
Well, first of all, first she wakes up, and now that she's awake, she easily powers her way out of the ropes, just snaps them.
She's very strong.
Ropes are useless on Hina. I don't know why they bothered. And, then she pokes her head out, and she's like, what's going on? And then Gamel, like, shows up, and she's like, and bashes him on the head, and he's like, and shoves her, and she hits her head, and yeah, then she's unconscious again.
Oh, and by the way, there are legit motherfucking Hanna-Barbera ow my head stars that pop out of Gamel's head when Hina hits him. And it's delicious.
Also, Eiji uses his bug head lightning, which is like his only effective anti-greed attack, more or less.
Well, Mazul's a water type.
Yeah, exactly. Gamel, on the other hand, is only like mildly stunned.
He's not much. There's not much to lose there on Gamel's
Yeah,
part.
he's like, oh, I can't think as good. Oh, well.
Unfortunately, AG falls off the bridge.
After a van scuffle.
There's a van scuffle. AG goes over the bridge. Uva and Gamel steal the van. Goto follows them, but he doesn't do a very good job of it.
Goto also grabs some medals, and so does Kazari.
Then it's just Ankh and Kazari and Mazul hanging on the bridge.
And Ankh's like, nuts to this, and just jumps over the edge.
Yeah, goodbye.
And then Kazari's like, hey, Mazul, look over there. Stab.
Mazul's like, I don't trust you. I really don't trust you.
But I will turn my back to you.
And he just rips all her core medals out and turns her back into a teen girl.
That made me sad. There was part of me that was like, oh, geez, it's the only like female identifying greed, and I don't know if I love seeing like that's the one who gets stabbed through the heart and ends up in a useless flesh pile by the side of the road. That bummed me out.
Not unlike Goto, who gets run off the road.
Yeah, but Goto's
also,
good.
how does Uva know how to drive?
He's over 20, clearly.
I know, but like, when did he learn to drive?
I mean, there's a lot of time just hanging out at the Peach Pit. I'm sure they looked at YouTube tutorials or whatever.
I mean, he's pretty good for somebody who could have very little practice.
You know, just because he won one car shoving contest does not mean he's great driving.
Yeah.
Like, he just pulled up into a random warehouse and was like, yep, we'll wait here.
My favorite thing from all action adventure shows and movies, the abandoned warehouse district.
Yes.
Then we're down in the water. And
with the wet boys.
Ankh comes to, AG comes to, and they have a version of the exact same fight they have every episode, except it's different this time because they're wet.
Yeah. And AG's just really mad because Ankh's not listening to him, and he's not listening to Ankh, and he's like, this sucks. This isn't good for anyone. Gah!
And it's all that, like, well, if you don't give me the medals, I'll destroy you. And AG's like, yeah, but if you destroy me, then there's no common rider, and I can't get the medals. And then they both just really emo at each other, and hair gel goes everywhere. And then we end that scene on a cliffhanger because it looks like AG is going to punch Ankh dead in the face.
Finally.
And I like Ankh's reaction to that is like, listen, you're not Hina, okay? Hina's the only one who can beat me up. You cannot beat me up.
But he tries anyway.
Meanwhile, in Warehouse Land,
Gamel's lonely.
Kazari limps in.
He's a lying liar face.
He's got a cock and bull story. Oh, oh no, I shouldn't have drank all that carrot juice or whatever. That was a weird thing to say.
He's like, Oz beat up Mazul, and Oz is right behind me. And Gal's like, no,
Mazul!
I gotta help my gal.
If we learn nothing else from this episode, it's that you can make Gamel do anything by saying the word Mazul to him.
He's sweet on her.
Yes.
I don't even know that he's sweet on her. It's more like she's like his mom.
Oh, now I'm
Well,
now
it's
I'm
kind of
grossed
like
out.
a sugar mama situation, which is why I don't necessarily relate to her as the only female evil person in the show. She's like, ugh, she's got the body of a child, and yet she's like, yes, Gamel, I'll give you more cell medals if you make me happy. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
No, you're right. That is gross, but generally she's not in her human form.
I mean, she seems much more like an adult when she's in greed form.
She's thousands of years old.
Yeah, exactly.
Officer. All right, I know this looks bad.
The right one in situation.
The old anime defense.
I know this looks bad, but she's actually 3,000 years old.
I know what she's doing to that grown-ass biker boy is bad, but...
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, gross. Okay, anyways.
Kazari's all like, Uva, you should go check, because Oz is right behind me, and Uva's like, wait a minute.
I mean, Kazari lies a lot.
And then Kazari tries to attack Uva, and Uva runs away. And get used to this being the right, like, one of them is there, and then they leave, and then another one shows up, and then they leave.
It's like maybe there's too many characters on this show.
This, to me, is closest so far to sort of that So sort of replicating what it's like when a bunch of kids are playing.
Mm-hmm.
It has that same sort of disorganized logic to it where it's like, okay, now you go over there. I'll go over here. Hey, now I'm back. You're back. These medals are mine. No, they're mine because I have a different power. No, you don't. Okay, but I can transform. No, you can't. I have more medals. Okay, great.
Yeah, well, I have a stealth bomber.
All this episode is missing is somebody at the end going, kids, it's supper time. And everybody going, yay.
That'd be great.
It would be great. But instead, Uva does not fall for Kazari's shenanigans and tomfoolery and goings about and leaves.
Hina's in the back of the van hiding out, and Kazari notices her and is all like, "No, I'm done with you. You can go."
To your grave!
Yeah, he totally shoots at her back while she's leaving. Yeah.
But just then, AG and Ankh show up and protect her somehow, even though it didn't really... Basically, they save her from escaping.
It's true.
Ankh's hand does a swirly thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
It
I don't know.
helped somehow.
And we have a quick moment where Ankh and AG are like, all right, now remember our deal. And then we get a flashback to right when AG was going to punch Ankh dead in the face. And then is like, I'll give you ice pops for a year if you stop acting like a dick. I'm paraphrasing.
Deal.
And I'll get your core medal back.
Ankh hands him 3 of the gray medals so he can go all Sagozo.
Yep.
Big and beefy, works pretty well against Kazari for the most part, until Gamble shows back up.
Yep.
And coins himself.
Mazul would really like it if you defeated Oz.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mazul's into this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I have a question.
Josh, tell us about what comes out of Gamble.
Okay, let's back up for a second because all I want is A, for this show to not be 48 episodes long, and B, I just want the rules to make sense from episode to episode. It is my understanding that the greed can only make a proper yummy by putting a coin into another person and then feeding that yummy that person's greedy thoughts until it matures and can murder people. And if a greed coins themselves, then all that comes out is a fucking shit yummy who just sort of flobs around, is like blah, 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 and is there to distract.
Do you remember the Gravity Minotaur from the Shoe episode?
Oh, yeah, I guess I do.
Gamble coins himself.
Yeah, Gamble coins himself, and the others basically do what you describe in various ways.
That's right. Then
Mazul makes egg sacs that are nasty. Kazari makes gross
weird
cats.
cat things. Yep.
And
Uva makes yummies that do things until they turn into something better.
And he also busts some metals to make really bad yummies.
Yes.
the garbage yummies. But my question is, if Gamble can just make fully formed, super powerful, totally done yummies, then why don't they just tie him to a stick or a post and shove coins in his whatever and just make a giant pile of monsters?
Maybe he has to be properly motivated.
Well, then put on some Peppa Pig or whatever. Like whatever he wants, just give him an iPad so he can even watch like the Fugazi Peppa Pigs where she's like drinking bleach and cutting people's heads off. Just whatever makes him happy, and then shove coins in his forehead, and the monsters come out and they kill everyone, and then we can go home.
Is that the show you want to watch, Josh?
Anyways, there's a turtle.
Yeah, it's a turtle, just a turtle.
This is
Normal
This is
turtle.
a regular turtle.
It's a
Normal.
big weird turtle that sort of looks like that gooseneck monster from the Star Wars Cantina, and it's got a couple.
Hammerhead?
Yeah, it looks a little like Hammerhead. Because the neck goes whoop. It's got a couple faces, and it's there to murder. So there's some fighting.
It's true. And now it's 3 on 1.
4 if you count the extra face.
It's true. I do.
It's so true, yeah.
It's a Zaphod Beeble box turtle.
You know,
I hated when they put the head down there. No!
Folks, when we say there's an extra head, it's not a head. It's more like a face. And it's not like it's not like a fully realized face. It's like a real smooth face that the neck and the veins are sort of like, coming down into. It's very upsetting, and it's blue.
Yeah.
Don't be picturing like no normal face is what I'm saying.
Unlike all of the other monster yummies on this show, which have been aesthetically pleasing to the eye, not at all nightmare fuel. No, this one has a change of pace this week. This one's a little gross.
It has a big sphere on a chain that it throws. There's nothing else. Yeah.
Yep. It's a power type.
And then my note here is Triple O, he transforms 90 times in 90 seconds. He loses medals, and they fight a turtle. And somebody shows up with a bazooka. We could go into more detail, but that's just like he loses some medals, and then Goto shows up, and he's like, "Don't worry, I got more medals." And he gives him some more medals, and
you're skipping the part where the turtle flies and shoots
that's
bullets
really
out of his
important.
flying shell.
That's at that doesn't come until later.
That happens before Goto shows up.
All right. Well,
he spins around all like Gamera, but without fire.
To be fair, this turtle is not a friend to children.
Oh God, no.
No.
No, this turtle is a bad Gamera.
Oh, it's a Gamela.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
You're not wrong, but I hate it.
That's fine.
So
that's my power corner.
Oz has been like leaking medals this whole episode,
Yeah.
and I think he gained one more off Kazari so that he could do the triple yellow combo.
Yeah. Also, Ankh, like seemingly reflexively saves Hina from getting hit by something, and she's like, "Oh, you saved me!" And he's like, "What?"
Is now when Goto shows up? Goto shows up with a bazooka.
Yeah, because Eiji's is all sleepy.
Yeah,
he can't. Everybody's run off except the turtle. Eiji's having some trouble, so it's Bazooka Goto to the rescue,
which knocks the turtle onto its back, which it can't get up from.
And actually, but I can't stress this enough. I'm real proud of Goto. I feel like he finally pulled out a weapon and used it in a way that was effective to help the battle.
He shot the trash yummies and they like burst into coins. Which actually didn't make sense because they should have turned into like half medals and they like turned into a bunch of cell medals and it bugged me. Anyway.
It's almost as if the show doesn't make any fucking sense.
You don't make any sense, Josh.
It's valid. So now he shoots the turtle with the bazooka, gives everybody a chance to breathe. Eiji, he's real Logie after too many combos, and believe me, I know the feeling. I polished off a couple packs yesterday of the pizza flavored ones, and then I had to take a good nap.
That tracks.
I love them combos. I love any shelf stable cheese product.
Okay.
That's very relatable.
Anyway, Eiji goes slicey.
Yep. And the turtle blowed up. And then he's really, really sleepy.
And Hina is okay.
Hina's all basically like all over him, trying to help him up and worried about him. And I was like, whatever.
Epilogue.
Kazari crawls out of a crawl space in Maki's lab.
Yep. They've got like trays of different metals, like just like hors d'oeuvres.
Fancy
basically.
Silver platters.
They look delicious.
Yeah. Well, I hope so, because Gamel's gonna like eat a bunch of them with his forehead.
Because he is the container.
The best part is that they like just show the tray at first with the metal, like Gamel like grabbing the medals, and it's like, okay, they're saving money. And then they cut to a far away shot where you see him put the last two in his forehead. And Maki's all like, what's gonna happen when they're all in the same container? I'm sure nothing bad. I'm sure it'll be fine.
The end.
And yeah, at the end we get the screen with the tally of medals. So Oz has 2 red, 1 green, and 3 yellow left. So he's definitely hemorrhaged a lot of medals today.
So many. A lot of medals getting traded around.
The only thing that makes the show interesting.
That is not true.
I'm kidding.
Finally, somebody had the guts to say it. We're all here to count medals.
Listen, next episode, the show's going to get pretty interesting. No spoilers, but one of my favorite things starts happening.
Oh.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited. I'm excited to watch it now and try and figure out what your favorite thing is.
Okay.
Oh, you'll know. You'll know when it happens.
It'll be so obvious.
Oh, is it another cat lady in a thong?
We're not ruling it out, but no.
Listen, I feel really conflicted about that cat lady. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Well, then we did it. We had a show and we talked, and efficiently, I might add. You might at home be like,
by our standards.
you might at home be like, oh, it seems like very little happened in this episode. And you are both wrong and right. There's definitely a lot of stage business, a lot of running around, but nothing. Kind of nothing. Kind of a neutral episode for me. What did you two think of this episode?
It's definitely like the first part of a two-parter.
Yeah, I thought a lot of stuff, happened. I thought it was interesting that the Yummy got defeated by the end of the first episode instead of sticking around for the second one.
I like the drive through the countryside. They don't often like go places.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah,
I like people falling off of bridges.
sure. I like wet boys fighting.
Sure, who doesn't?
Double-faced turtles.
No,
Can give or take.
I'm glad it's dead and never coming back.
It's coming back.
And I've occasionally eaten $200 worth of ice pops.
Thank you all for listening to this GREEDWATCH 2018. I'm Coriander Dickinson. You can find me on Twitter at Epsilar.
I'm Josh A. Kagan. You can find me on Instagram at Josh A. Kagan.
I'm Adam Wasserman. You can find me on Twitter at GoldSarcasmian.
Hooray.
Hooray.